Okay, so now to walk up an appetite for a late lunch. I'm going to walk a mile or two along Grace Bay, past areas where we have been more commonly in the past, and aiming, can't remember the name of it, for a restaurant at the far end with a great view. So we'll see if that's still open, and we'll stop along the way for a couple of views, I expect. So there is this one section between the sands and the point at Grace Bay that is still without a hotel or construction, but I guess that won't last forever. Continuing east, some Caicos Island charter boats there, and that's looking back to the sands. Turquoise water, amazing colour today, more pronounced than in the last day or so since I arrived. So some of the hotels that we're more familiar with, Villa Renaissance and the Somerset, are still here, but they've now been joined by its big brother. It fits okay, but it's still somewhat out of context to everything else. There's 7 stars beyond. Now reached the Ritz-Carlton. New guy on the block. And there's 7 stars. And the rest of the Grace Bay beach beyond. Still heading in that direction, a little slowly. Perhaps the next stop might be Royal West Indies. Okay, so back where we first landed in 2008 in the Turks and Caicos at the Royal West Indies. I remember red umbrellas then. We're now at blue, and I think the first building we ever stayed in was that beachfront on the lower level. 16 years ago. It's a long time. Of course, it's still got those great sweeping views. So Club Med continues to have the widest expanse of beach, having been the first here, and I think since we were here last they've painted in bright colours the different buildings. I can see blues and pinks and turquoises behind the palm trees there. A really wide expanse of beach looking back towards Royal West Indies. 7 stars and beyond. So here is what I remember, a small little beachfront plaza between Ocean Club East and Club Med. I think this will be a fine place for lunch. The cultural marketplace. view. Back at the Ritz-Carlton, they have their own boat called Lady Grace. Big catamaran. Early evening back at the Sun Lounges at Seascape, and so much, well, less wind than around the corner the other side of Point Grace. Just a gentle breeze here, and it's time for another dip in the water. Just gorgeous. Long walk. Yes. Back to base. Now we're arriving at a new breakfast place called the Chez Cafe. All this is new since we were here last. Called Lavelle Plaza. And over there is Chez Cafe, which is where I'm going to go now. Just on right into downtown. The fabulous Chez Cafe. Here is the setup in Lavelle Plaza and Chez Cafe. Friday morning, picked up the car rental, and I'm going to travel to a few places around the island. Not too many today, but this is Sunset Beach, Pelican Beach, I think it's also known as. You can see maybe way in the distance where I've been for the last few days. There's in fact the Lady Grace boat from big hotel, and idyllic setting other than the villas being constructed behind. The total peace and tranquility of Sunset Beach is not as it was. I mean, it is still wonderful, but unfortunately, as you can maybe hear, there are 2 or 3 luxury villas going in out to the back there. So, not quite as it was, but still gorgeous. Another view of the luxury villas that are being built right overlooking Pelican Bay. So my beach setup on Paradise Beach, Leeward Beach. Just a few steps from my car takes us to the entrance to Pelican Bay. Which is more of the remembered tranquility and spectacular settings. Yet another view, this time from the water of Pelican Beach. Pelicans, yeah. Very refreshing. So before I mistakenly called the other place Pelican Beach, I have now actually found Pelican Beach, and I'm the only car rental up there. The rest of the people here at the moment in this more secluded spot are owners of these really expensive, visitors to these really expensive villas. This really is more what I remember of this side of the island. Just beautiful. Private, handful of people. You'd still see Grace Bay in the far distance, but this is now the other side of Leeward Beach where we were before. I'm going to spend a few hours here, I think. This is Pelican Beach. Long Bay, a different vibe. The kiteboarding, the windsurfing, Fabulous. Long Bay. Different vibe, but beautiful nonetheless. As you will probably hear, the wind is blowing on Long Bay. As always, this side of the island, got all the kites and water sports. As well as a lot of luxury villas. In the far distance is a shipwreck which has now become, there it is, coming into view. Walking further along, beach. More of the hotels and villas along the ever-developing beachfront of Long Bay. Quite spectacular. Final look at the wind and the water sports. At intriguing Long Bay. Las Brisas restaurant overlooking Chalk Sound. It's nowhere else do you find this. Quite spectacular setting of La Brisas restaurant overlooking Chalk Sound. off the beaten path. This is the entrance to Taylor Beach, not too far from La Brisa's restaurant where I was just at. Lots of nice villas, but no signage, so took a few detours before I could get here, but rumour has it this is the path to the beach. I guess the rumours were true. This is one of the beaches where you can walk out forever and still be in your depth, as you'll see in a minute. It is scorching hot here relative to other areas of the island, as it is totally protected from the wind. That will wade out there a little later on. This is Taylor Beach. I don't think I've ever done this one on any of our previous trips. Okay, so we're going to see how far we can get here and still be within depth. I would imagine a long way. Incredibly clear. Incredibly shallow. Taylor Bay. Well, I am this far out from the beach in a straight line, and I'm just about up to my knees, so crazy shallow. Okay, so I've got this far out now, and I suppose I've reached the level of the unmentionables, so we're not even at waist level, and it's a long way back, so well, I am certainly getting exercise this few days. A long walk out and a long walk back. And here's my beach setup for the next half an hour or so. It's now a great time of day at Taylor Beach, as 3/4 of the people have cleared out, and it's maybe 45 minutes till sunset. Beautifully warm. Gorgeous sun. This is where I was speaking to Glenda on the phone from. So just beyond where the fish fry is Mr. Grouper's. So I've taken a 5-minute walk, and we're going to have some local fish and Mr. Grouper's. the bumpy drive on the unpaved road by the condo. Oh, got somebody coming my way. Well, we got the dogs. 3 or 4, 5 dogs that chase cars up and down the road. It's too early for him this morning. And everybody just taking it easy. As we try not to bust up the tires too much. This is where I've been walking each day, and we will now keep to the left, even though the steering wheel is on the right, which is quite interesting, and head down to the main resorts. Gotta be careful here. There's people coming down Princess Drive. Oh, gotta go round the roundabout the wrong way. To where the new St. Regis is going to be. So the beach is now to the left. And in the distance, we have the Ritz-Carlton. Another little roundabout here. Got the Sands and Hemingways, and then we're beyond the main straight. Into town. And a little less traffic on well, actually a lot less traffic than I've been seeing. With it not being a work day. Today is Saturday. So I'm just going to find somewhere to park and have breakfast. Entering Caicos Bakery. Howard's Deadly Place. Caicos Bakery is simply the best. So on my last morning, I am stranded at the bakery with pouring rain. So there was a queue before at the bakery, and now there is just a queue of one. The Pretty Cat is still trying to get in. Just the Caicos Bakery is just the place to be.